morning, it's Bob Trade Genius. It's the 5th of March, and I wanted just to do a real quick video on a little more color on my video I did yesterday. And, I'm going to call this, we're kind of in the crayon zone here. So the market, if you look at last year, it finished above the pivot going into this year. And that usually means there's continued strength statistically, and it did just that. You can give all the whys and wherefores, but statistically that could be expected. You could check that off the box. And then it hit the R1. Now, where we are right now is typically there's a 75 to 80% chance it'll come back down to the pivot. And so we're kind of in like this crayon zone here. So if we stay... and I'll show you a 2-hour chart. I'll give you my range. But if we close 1% higher than this R1, then it's likely we're going to go and hit the 258, 28 area, and then that's probably it's really hard resistance. Then you typically at an R2, less than 12% of the time it reaches there. And then R3, which I don't have showing, is like 2%. But my view is the way everything should be rolling out is that if we fall 1% from where we are, we'll go down and we'll test that pivot, which would be a pretty nice. That would be a pretty nice sell-off for the market. And it's still a bull market if you're a believer in that stuff, or it could be start of something worse. Now I'm going to go into the two hourly here. 2 hourly. Just want to show you something real quick. So my view here is I don't have the new pivots up yet. They'll recalculate when the market opens on my charting program. But the way I'm playing is if we fall below what this was the S2 for Friday, we fall below that. We'll fill this gap for sure. And then if that gap fill fails, we're going down to here. And then I think we just can continue to cascade down. If we break above the high on I think it was Wednesday, and then it closes 1% higher, then we're going to the 258 area that I talked about. I started selling credit spreads again on Wednesday for the 10th of March ahead of Yellen, and we'll see how the market pushes into the Yellen meeting. Then I think we'll get a pretty hard sell-off. If it falls hard into the Yellen meeting, we may get a bounce. It's kind of the way I'm playing it right now. But if we definitely push 1% over the Wednesday close, then we're on some sort of mania that it'll fly up to the R2 in my view. If not, we're going down to the pivot, which is nearly 30 points down from here. So anyway, I just want to give you some food for thought. Gold's going to have an interesting week this week. The Euro's going to have an interesting week this week. Volatility is going to have an interesting week this week. So my view is that March, this is a transition month. Something's changing. And then with all the crazy stuff that's happening with our president and with the former president and all the crap that's going on, it's amazing to me that none of it's affecting anything. It's just like we're living in these series of parallel worlds, and it's just kind of frightening, actually. How things that should really be affecting things are not affecting things at all, and it's just like we're operating in a multiverse. It just can't end well. I just can't see this ending well. It's just pretty wild. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. I may have a few more things to point out to you guys. Have a good one. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Bye-bye.